Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on January 24th, 2021. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the World Report here, looking at space weather, earthquakes, and all other updates. January 24th, last 48 hours of the sun, looking at incoming images here, 304 angstroms. See a couple filament eruptions there, some small coronal mass ejections. We also have an incoming active sunspot and an outgoing fiery spot that has activated. But looking here at the southwest limb, you can see that filament and the small little poofs of energy coming from the Earth-facing sunspot, and as well some incoming activity. Looking here at another light, you can really see, but this was not a major coronal mass ejection, but it was Earth-facing. That coronal hole is still prominent in front of the sunspot. Here's another look at the two sunspots in the northern hemisphere of the sun. Two eyes and a nose. Another light here, you can really see the coronal hole. Looking at Lascaux 2, Lascaux 3, missing some images here. They're still catching a lot of fiery objects around the sun. Here's another incoming fiery comet or meteor. Having a look at space weather here. The solar X-ray, we're at a low geomagnetic level of 1. Looking here at the ACE time, real-time solar wind, and we are sitting at about 420 kilometers per second. Looking here at the annual spiral, this is the space prediction for the next 5 days. As you can see, we are going through the coronal hole wind stream now, so it should be picking up over the next little bit. Looking at the Schumann resonance for today, a power of 6. And I do understand the Schumann resonance. I didn't understand what was happening the other day with that big spike, but now it kind of leads me to maybe some large earthquake energy that is on its way. It's a kind of a precursor to what may be happening across our planet. It's a good way to help forecast earthquakes, that's for sure. Looking at the last 48 hours for earthquakes, a lot of rumbles going through Oklahoma today, in Ames, Oklahoma. Just reporting one there. But on USGS and in the live stream, there are many, and you can come and see more earthquakes than this map shows with the live stream. You can see across the west coast, 2.6 to 3s popping up. Alaska, 5.1 there reported just recently, and as well a 3.1 King Cove, Alaska. Earthquakes running through Kamchatka, and as well Kuril Islands, through Japan, China, Indonesia, Philippines, Indian Ocean. Just, this is crazy. I mean, this is the last 48 hours. I haven't posted in 2 days, the world update anyway, but I've been keeping you up to date. This is a very busy time for earthquakes, and something's up, especially with that large 7.3 downgraded to a 6.9, mind you, in Antarctica, the Shetland Islands. Looking at the last 7 days, a lot of earthquakes. China, some rare earthquakes being reported in Africa. And just look at here, after the Shetland Islands 6.9 earthquake, about 10 aftershocks, and then earthquakes moving through South America and all across the globe. Something's up. Something is up. Stay aware and prepared, and just be ready. Have a plan. Have a go bag ready. Have a generator. Have a flashlight, candles, food. Just be ready, because you never know when a large seismic event can affect you. Looking at the last 7 days, quite concerned about North America. Yeah, there's a lot of small rumbles, but we haven't had a big one for a bit. And of course, definitely keeping an eye on what's happening in Antarctica. Please have a look at this video here as we were talking about the area of the Shetland Islands earthquakes. Let's have a look at the Pacific Disaster Center here. Most recent volcanoes: Popo in Mexico, Fuego, Reventador, Kluchevskoye, Sabancaya, Sengay, Suwasinajima, Oranga, Indonesia, Sheveluch, Sinabung, Manam, Pakaya. So that's about 14 volcanoes being updated in the last 48 hours, but mostly just today. A lot of eruptions still around Mount Etna, and there's a lot of minor earthquakes just south of Mount Shasta, West Coast, United States. And as well, we had minor rumbles around Mount Rainier. So just stay aware and prepared. We only have one tropical storm to talk about, and it's not really affecting anybody right now. It may be heading to Mauritius in the long-range forecast, but we definitely are seeing some flooding conditions across Malaysia and Indonesia, Papua New Guinea. Thoughts and prayers going out to everybody that is being affected by natural disasters this year. It seems that the numbers are already starting to pick up, and this is a very busy map. Lots of earthquakes in the area as well. Let's have a look at the 5-day forecast brought to you by Meteo Earth, Meteo Mike. And we're going to start out here looking at Calgary, Alberta, home base. Some really cold temperatures moving in, high pressure ridge moving in over the Hudson Bay. That is our winter engine now set to go. And we also have, you can see here in the 5-day forecast, the roaring low pressure system from Alaska that will be affecting lower regions of BC, Oregon, and of course California, which I put out this video yesterday talking about the possible 200 centimeters that could be falling in higher elevations. California is going to be a long week, that's for sure. So let's start here. Calgary, Alberta, minus 16, and by the end of the week, end of the forecast here, we're going to be to the minus 20s, and that's without the wind chill. Large low pressure system west coast, and then central United States and southeastward. Watch for a low pressure system to move through there as well. Could have some pretty extreme weather as you have those really cold temperatures moving down from your welcome Canada. And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We passed 20K today. Thanks so much. Look at these cold temperatures all the way down to Florida. Freezing temperatures, so watch for falling iguanas again. Those things just freeze and fall from the trees. And then West Coast here, of course, this 50-year storm. I mean, it hasn't snowed in some of these regions since 1963. So a big system there affecting West Coast. And then watching the long-range forecast for these low pressure systems in the Pacific to affect northern Alaska and then southward. They're going to follow the same path that this storm that is about to run down the West Coast. So what we're seeing here in the Pacific will be heading our way. These are strong, deep, lower level lows, and they are not making it over the mountains. That's all I can say. So long range forecast, watch for a weather bomb to affect Japan here. They could see some really, really heavy amounts of snow on the front side and back side of this large low coming out of China. That's right, I've heard somebody say that I say China like Trump. Well, please don't relate me to that again. Looking here over Malaysia and Indonesia. Daily evaporation rains to continue heavier through Indonesia, Jakarta, and Java again. And also watch for a double punch here of some tropical storms to maybe cool things off across Australia as they are sweltering in the 41 degrees, 42 some days. And you can see here northwest territories and as well Brisbane, New South Wales. Looking at rain and 2 tropical storms to head into the northern part of the continent. As well, tropical cyclone forming here east of New Caledonia and west of Fiji. In the long-range forecast, you do have a tropical storm on your doorstep. Overlooking South America, not too much to talk about. Daily evaporation rains heavier towards those culprits down in Panama, Colombia, and as well Bolivia, Paraguay. Heavier towards the mountainous regions. Snow falling already up there. Pretty warm down in Argentina right now. The southern tip of South America. Seeing some abnormally strange warm temperatures. Overlooking Africa. Watch for this low pressure system to affect you for most of the week. Daily evaporation rains plus the low pressure system that is spinning across South Africa right now. And watch for heavy rains daily through Madagascar as well. Overlooking Europe, large low pressure system still spinning around the western parts and central, moving eastward finally and breaking off into smaller lows moving east. But you've got another round of lows coming from the Atlantic right now. Long range forecast, you could have a doozy of a storm coming your way, United Kingdom. So heads up, United Kingdom. As you can see, this large low developing here off the coast of the Atlantic, North America. And then really cold temperatures, deathly cold temperatures through Russia. Thoughts and prayers going out to everybody being affected by natural events around the world. And of course, the deep freeze that is going to be affecting humanity over the coming decade. Stay aware and prepared, stay young and have fun, and get your morning dew. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.